There is a beach town in the United States where owning a home costs less than a new pickup truck, and you can still hear waves from your porch at night. It sounds impossible, but it exists. When most people imagine beach life in America, they picture luxury condos, expensive seafood restaurants, and property prices reserved for celebrities and tech executives. Coastal living feels like something only the wealthy can afford. But that is not the full story. Hidden along the Gulf Coast and the Atlantic shoreline are beach towns that were never designed for influencers or vacation brochures. These places are quieter, slower, and far more affordable than anyone expects. The reason most people have never heard of them is simple. Cheap coastal living always comes with trade-offs. Sometimes it is weather. Sometimes it is isolation. Sometimes it is a lack of nightlife, jobs, or modern conveniences. In this video, we are counting down 12 beach towns in America where the cost of living is surprisingly low. Some of these towns feel frozen in time. Others are slowly being rediscovered. All of them challenge the idea that beach life must be expensive. This is not a relocation guide or financial advice. It is a realistic look at what affordable coastal living actually looks like in America. Let's begin. Number 12. Port Lavaca, Texas. Port Lavaca sits quietly along the Texas Gulf Coast, about 2 hours southwest of Houston. With a population of roughly 12,000 people, it feels more like a working harbor than a vacation destination. Home prices here are among the lowest for any coastal town in the country. Modest houses regularly sell for well under $150,000. Rent is also affordable, often under $900 for a two-bedroom. The town revolves around fishing, shipping, healthcare, and education. Life moves slowly. There are no luxury shopping districts or trendy boardwalks. Instead, there are bait shops, piers, and wide-open views of the bay. The water is warm but not crystal clear. The weather is humid and hurricanes are a real concern. Mosquitoes are part of daily life. In exchange, residents get space, quiet evenings, and a mortgage that costs less than most car payments. Number 11. Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. Bay St. Louis is a small coastal town near the Louisiana border, just over an hour from New Orleans. It combines historic charm with a strong creative community. Homes here are still relatively affordable, with prices often under $200,000. Rent remains below the national average, especially compared to larger beach cities. Art galleries, local cafes, and small businesses define the downtown area. The beach is modest but accessible, and the town feels deeply connected to its past. Hurricanes have shaped life here. Katrina nearly destroyed the town, and residents take storms seriously. Insurance costs are higher, and preparation is part of everyday life. Bay St. Louis offers affordability with character, but it demands resilience. Number 10. Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Ocean Springs sits across the water from Biloxi, but feels like a completely different world. Instead of casinos, you find art studios, historic homes, and quiet beaches. The cost of living is lower than the national average, and home prices remain reasonable for a coastal town. Rent is affordable for retirees, artists, and remote workers who value calm over excitement. The town is peaceful, clean, and community-focused. Life here favors reflection over ambition. For people who thrive on constant stimulation, Ocean Springs may feel too quiet. For others, that quiet is the entire appeal. Number 9. Port Aransas, Texas. Port Aransas is a small island town on the Texas coast with a permanent population of about 4,000 residents. Housing costs are higher than inland Texas, but still lower than most American beach destinations. The island lifestyle comes with higher grocery and utility costs, but many residents find the trade-off worthwhile. Life here centers on the ocean. Fishing, boating, and beach walks are daily routines. Hurricanes remain a risk, and tourism creates seasonal crowds. Port Aransas offers true beach living without the luxury price tag, but it requires flexibility and storm awareness. Number 8. Gulf Shores, Alabama. Gulf Shores is well known for its white sand beaches and clear water. While beachfront properties are expensive, living slightly inland keeps costs manageable. Home prices range widely depending on location, and rent can be affordable outside peak tourist areas. The town experiences dramatic seasonal shifts from calm winters to crowded summers. For those willing to live away from the shoreline, Gulf Shores offers access to beautiful beaches at a lower cost than many realize. Number 7. Dauphin Island, Alabama. Dauphin Island is small, quiet, and surrounded by nature. Fewer than 1,500 people live here year-round. Crime is extremely low. Traffic is minimal. Nightlife is almost non-existent. Housing costs are reasonable for an island, but the real cost is isolation. Grocery runs require planning, and evacuations are mandatory during major storms. This is a place for people who value solitude and simplicity above convenience. Number 6, Southport, North Carolina. Southport is a charming coastal town with tree-lined streets and a calm waterfront. The pace of life here is intentionally slow. Home prices are lower than many East Coast beach towns, and crime rates are very low. The town feels safe, stable, and community-oriented. Entertainment options are limited, but peace is abundant. Southport attracts retirees and those seeking a quieter chapter of life. Number 5, Apalachicola, Florida. Apalachicola represents old Florida, before high-rise condos and mass tourism. The town is small, historic, and deeply connected to the seafood industry. Housing remains affordable and the cost of living is below the national average. Jobs are limited and growth is slow. But for those who value authenticity and history, Apalachicola offers something rare. Number 4, Beaufort, North Carolina. Beaufort is one of the oldest towns in the state. Sailboats line the harbor and life unfolds at a measured pace. Housing costs are higher than some towns on this list, but still reasonable for a historic coastal community. Crime is low and the environment feels safe and preserved. Beaufort is ideal for people who want beauty without crowds. Number 3, Rockport, Texas. Rockport is a friendly Gulf Coast town known for its strong community and natural beauty. Housing prices are affordable, and everyday costs remain below the national average. Hurricanes are a reality, but residents emphasize resilience and cooperation. It is not glamorous, but it is genuine. Number 2, Gulfport, Florida. This Gulfport is not a major city. It is a small, artistic, walkable coastal town near St. Petersburg. Housing prices have risen, but still remain accessible compared to other Florida beach towns. The community values independence, creativity, and local culture. It is tight-knit, expressive, and deeply human. Number 1, Edisto Beach, South Carolina. Edisto Beach is one of the least developed beaches on the East Coast. With only a few hundred permanent residents, it feels untouched by time. There are no high-rise hotels or nightlife districts, just quiet streets, open beaches, and long stretches of silence. It represents the true meaning of affordable coastal living. Fewer conveniences, fewer people, and far more peace. Final thought. Every cheap beach town in America tells the same story in a different way. Lower costs are never free. You pay with distance, weather risks, limited services, or a slower pace of life. The real question is not whether these towns are affordable. The question is whether you are willing to trade convenience for calm and excitement for space. Because for the right person, these places are not compromises. They are escapes.